Hello, everybody. So, real quick, I don't really have much on my list today. That's weighing on my chest that I want to talk about, but there's a few events that have come up that I would like to address. For Instagram, I have the Josh Bolton Show, all one word. Someone feels I have enough clout and a following to make an impersonation account of me. I'm both flattered and annoyed at the same time. So what they have done is essentially clone my account, added an extra W at the end of show. This is not me. And I can also tell you why it's not me. Because Meta believes I live in Lithuania. And even though I post in California, they believe I live in Lithuania because my account was compromised a long time ago, but I was able to get it back. But Meta ever since then has just believed I personally am a hacker. And now it's sending my like password reset to a different email completely. But it shows me the last time I've logged in because I have a business account on it was when I last logged in for the Marquee scheduling app, which I had to return. So yeah, that's another bit of a hiccup. So if you're seeing me quote unquote follow you, it's not me. Yeah, that's really annoying. So the other thing I want to talk about is short form media. The reason I'm talking about it is I've been struggling with it the last few days. Specifically short form videos, it almost seems it doesn't matter if it's Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, while it's still here in America. It seems that it intentionally follows a pattern, almost like an emotional torture pattern. So it shows you something happy and joyful, and next one's intriguing, kind of joyful. And then usually the third to the fifth video starts getting more morbid, more stranger, more weirder. Then usually around your sixth video, it's actual like horror. Like you're like, no, this is not supposed to happen. Whatever it is, it could be a dog stuck in a trap. That's what I saw earlier. Or for me, especially me, I don't like the overcorrection of this modern feminism. I have nothing against women working in the fields and stuff like that, but I don't like it when they try to rewrite the game and play the victim card at the same time. Personally, that's just very immature kind of thing. And I'll get to that in a second because I want to talk about the publishing industry in my story and my thoughts on that. It ties back to this. But yeah, I for short form video, I it's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna try to abstain as best I can when bored, so laying on my soft, comfy bed and scrolling through YouTube shorts. I'm gonna try to either slowly lean off it or monitor what I do or go cold turkey. There we go. I'm not sure which one's gonna work, but I'll figure it out. I always do. Yeah, other than that, I am wanting to give you all an update. I'm working on a story, kind of like a indirect bet with one of my clients that I clean pools for. I essentially said, "Hey, write me a story, a mystery." Well, he didn't say whatever. He's really into mysteries, so I decided to write mystery. So I'm writing one about Marcus Blackwood. He's like a former military guy turned PI. I know the cliche and the trope. There's a play into this though. And essentially he gets all these different like trinkets essentially that line up, and he gets this beautiful historian doctor, and they go on this epic quest and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying the process, and speech to note especially has been very helpful. I still write everything out within the format. I try to write as much detail as I can, and then have how I engineered my prompt is essentially it takes it enhances the writing as if you like gave it to a ghostwriter or editor, but it also fixes a couple of the spots for pacing. Or I might be talking about a scene on the bridge, but then it's like, okay, they kind of go down to the river. So it like blends it better for me. So yeah, that's been really fun. It's another one of those like it's a good addiction. I'm getting addicted to writing stories. I've been creating some interesting content, short stories about 2,500 words. Yeah, I'm trying to work on. I'm when I'm bored and I'm not watching YouTube Shorts, I'll sit on my phone and create this adventure where I haven't really figured out a name for them. I just call them like stereotypical names like Jack, Jill. Johnny kind of thing. I know, 3 J's, but, and they all, like, go on this adventure and stuff like that, and, like, this cliches, like, one's really hungry and always getting into trouble, one's just, like, a natural perv, always, like, trying to find, like, the pretty ladies and stuff like that, and then one's, like, the overly arrogant. It's fun, I like it. Maybe I'll actually make something out of that, not sure yet. Yeah. I once I get to the point for Marcus, though, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the book. Do I go to, like, Draft to Digital, which is essentially just, like, a platform that it is a publishing company, but it's not a traditional publishing company, and publish my stuff there? Or do I try to go down the traditional route? Lately, I've been reading a lot of people do this hybrid where most of the volume they do is self-publish, and the rest is, like, by contract. Okay, by this series, I have to make them 1 book kinda thing, but you're usually generously compensated. So I haven't figured that part out yet. It'll be interesting. Now for the publishing industry, as I've been doing a lot of research into it, especially the last 2 weeks, as I'm nearing the point where I need to consider hiring an editor or perfecting my editing prompt and have it do that. I'm not sure. I'm getting to that point where I'm looking into the industry, and it's interesting. Essentially, I've noticed it when I go to Barnes& Noble, there's a lot more female names being displayed than male, and not or I mean, like, that's not bad. I mean, I get it. Yeah, the traditionally, the authors of pre-20 tw 2008. Well, even pre that, like, J.K. Rowling was in, like, the '90s. She did well, but J.K. part, instead of saying her full name. Generally speaking, in the last decades or so, there's been a push for the female voice, but there's been an extra aggressive push towards the LGBTQAI+, and this weird BIPPOO. I don't know on that one. It's, I guess, the neurodivergencies and stuff. As I've looked into it, though, having an ADHD could count as that, but squint your eyes. But I've noticed a lot of I've been using ChatGPT 4o on the actual OpenAI app because there's a web scraping option, and have it pulling up editors, and then I'll, like, it's really creepy what you can have it do. So I have it pull up their name, their company email, their contact phone number, and then also I have it scraping to tell me what they want in particular for writing. And that's been really fun and helpful, saved me a lot of headaches. Found a couple editors. I think I might reach out to one of them to get them on the show. Essentially, they say unless you're the LGBTQAI plus or a female, and one of them made the distinct, like, asterisk of, or you're the BIPPOO thing, whatever it is. She's like, I probably will not consider your material for the goals of inclusion. I sat there and I was like, God damn it. And then the one that she would kind of consider my work, she's agent submissions only. And I sat there and I'm like, okay. So I looked into agents, and so the publishing houses take anywhere from 50 to 60% of what you make. And then the agent can take anywhere from 10 to 20% of whatever you make on top of whatever the publishing company takes. And then the government's, and I sat there and I'm like, oh my God, you're literally making pennies on the dollar kind of thing. So that editor I'm probably not going to submit to, but she might be the one I invite on the show. Never know. It is interesting though, and the extra push for feminism. Getting back to that, I don't agree with it. I mean, like I said earlier, if a girl wants to do a man's job, go for it. But it's like it's a man's game. But I think so. Understand you're playing a man's game. You can't change that. And be respectful. Like, don't be a victim. Like the, oh my God, I'm a woman. You're being mean to me. It's like, and it's a man's game kind of thing. I just read a few of the books recently written by these female authors and of diverse background and all that. They're not that good, to be honest. I can't finish them. It's almost it's repulsive. Like, it scratches my brain. It's like they're insulting me while telling a story, and I'm huge on not being insulted or disrespected. So lately I'm just not reading a lot of new books in general, especially if I know if they're gay or a woman. Mostly because it's like it's insulting. It's like, oh, you're a heterosexual man. Yeah, wow. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm a straight white man, kind of thing. It is interesting though. I'm sure some publishing company will eventually see me and like want want me to write for them. It's gonna be interesting in the beginning though to figure that out. Once I finish the Marcus one, I'm thinking of actually writing my original one when I was a kid. I would see it all the time. I mean, the story evolved, but I've gotten it back to the original one. So I'm going to probably knock that one out next. That's probably going to be a mono, like a just following the main character. The Eight Rings, though, it is well, no, it's not. It's going to be a multi point of view because there's like six different characters, super complex, involving politics, religion, magic, betrayal, trust, corporations, and greed. It's kind of my satire, haha stuff at them. The LGBTQ and feminism, the modern feminism, by the way. I know someone's gonna cut this out of context, especially with that Instagram guy. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out from there what I'm gonna do. I love creating stories, so I'm sure I could try different things, and I might just adopt pen names. So if I get known as the mystery fantasy guy, and it's like, well, I want to try my hand at horror kind of thing, like mental fuck you up horror kind of thing. Yeah, that might be a pen name. No biggie on that one. The other thing, so on all of that, once I'm heading out on this, one thing I have been playing with, because my ADHD at times gets way out of hand, or my motivation or the novelty of the event is not intriguing to me. What I've been working on is essentially like gamification, essentially. So as I play D&D, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, I'm actually reading up on the Curse of Strahd to work on a campaign for my family. I realized I'm like, wait, I have a bunch of 20-sided dice. So what I've been doing is telling ChatGPT to make me a list. Like, here's the things I need to do, and then make me a list of 1 through 20 of like main quest is clean your room, clean your floor, clean the counter, kind of thing. And then I tell it, okay, now include also important, which is a little bit less points, fun quest, and side quest. And then like I give it the point value. It's actually really been really cool. So what I've been doing with that is I'm starting on my floor. It's a more of a hot mess than I anticipated. Yeah, it's been fun. So I just roll my dice, or I have a dice roller on my phone and work and just be okay. Number 13. Look at the list. Oh, clean the counters. Okay, and then I'm working at a point system with me. So if I do certain writing or certain cleaning tasks, I actually get so many points. So like if I get 20 points, I can go get myself a nice like chicken strip meal at the diner I'm gonna go to. And then stuff like that. And then I want to buy a DJI Pocket 3 with the microphone and all that to eventually get to the point where I'm filming. There's a whole hot mess with the editing though. I don't know about that one. It's been fun. The one thing I'm trying to find an app where I can input everything and it can give me a calculation. So like if I had a 200 points in cleaning, but I have like 150 points in writing, where it could combine them and tell me I have 350. I can't really find one, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to code one. I've been talking to the developer of Speech to Note, and he says the principle is pretty easy. He said the GUI or the graphic user interface might be a little tricky. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do coding. That wouldn't be a good idea with all my ADHD distractions. But yeah, so life's good over here. Just keep going is the main thing. Just keep going and don't worry about it. Have fun. Have a good one. Talk to you next time.
Well, congratulations. You made it to the end. You're a awesome person. Not many make it here. So, being the awesome person that you are, can you do me one more awesome favor? Can you rate and review this on whatever podcast services you're using? If you do it on Apple, and you leave an actual written review, I have a thing on my website. I will take your written review and post it for all to see. Congratulations, you're permanently sealed on my site. Otherwise, I am trying to do YouTube more and live streaming. I will try to put as many of the YouTube links in the description of the show as I can. So give your boy some extra help over on YouTube. Watch my videos. I just mute it and change the channel, change the window or something. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for being awesome, and see you next time.